This week on Steel Horse Thunder, we head to Southside Harley-Davidson for the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride.
Anybody that wants to ride in this ride, wants to come back in December, see where their money went from their registration, they're more than welcome to come down and help us out.
While we're at Southside Harley-Davidson, we might as well meet up with the Motor Maids. Final destination, the Indy Mile.
I just love racing of any kind.
You know what else I love?
What?
I love you.
Oh boy,
So
I made a new friend from Steel Horse.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Steel Horse Thunder.
When it's time to ride, we'll keep your mind where it matters most, on the open road. We get it. Ryder Insurance is the only insurance company specifically created for the motorcycle and ATV communities. No one but riders. Our specialized staff is here for you with great coverage options, discounts to help you save, and 24/7 claims reporting if something happens along the way. And with roadside assistance included on all of our policies, we've got your back wherever the road leads. We get it. No worries, just riding.
Family. We know it's important.
That's why our family mission is to protect yours.
If you've been injured in any accident, call us.
The insurance company may not be looking out for your family,
but we are.
Call us. We will get you the compensation you deserve and help you protect the most important thing in your life, your family. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, it's an extraordinary Saturday here in Indianapolis. That's right, flat track racing at its finest. It's the Indy Mile. These grandstands won't be empty for long, but you know what? Today didn't start off extraordinary.
No, it started out ordinary. Motorcyclists raising money for charity.
We got a chance to stop by Southside Harley-Davidson where they had the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride.
So let's take a look at it now. Hey, we're at Southside Harley-Davidson for the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride.
You know, this ride's been going on for quite a few years, but just in case you're not familiar with it, let's go talk to somebody and find out more about it. Hey Patrick, we're here at the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride. I know this ride has been going on for quite a few years. When did this actually get started?
1998 was our first ride, or 99, I'm sorry. Trooper Bartram was killed in line of duty in 1998, in March of 98, and the next year we started this ride to raise money for our Trooper Bartram Christmas for Kids event. And Trooper Bartram always did a lot of the Shop with a Cop events around the state and in his area. Gave back to the community, and when he passed, his sisters wanted to carry that tradition on and started this ride to raise money and gifted the different organizations for that sole purpose. And it's evolved into our own nonprofit foundation now, the Trooper Bartram Memorial Foundation. And so all the money we raise from this one event we do every year goes in December for our Trooper Bartram Christmas for Kids. And last year we took 109 kids Christmas shopping, make their Christmas a little better, and so it's a very worthy cause.
So Tracy, I hear this is your very first charity ride today.
Very first. I'm excited.
So what brought you out to this ride?
My husband. I just recently got cleared to do fun things now since my surgery, and I support troops, I support military, and I just support all of them, and it's a good cause, and that's why I wanted to come.
So what kind of surgery did you have?
Oh, I had a brain surgery 2 months ago, but I'm good. I'm still riding, and I haven't dropped anything yet, so my balance is okay.
Nothing's going to keep you down, right?
No, I'm a grandma, a nana of 10, and they can't even wear me down.
Wow. So you got 10 grandkids. I do. So are you riding on your own bike today?
No, not today, because it's my first ride. I wanted to be able to watch and see what goes on. I wanted to make sure, see how far apart they are, because I don't want nobody real close to me. And I want to be able to look at everything, what was going on, and I can't do that if I ride my own bike, so I have to watch what I'm doing. So
that is true.
Yes. So for safety reasons, I'm riding with my husband on our Harley today.
I'm gonna ride today.
You're gonna ride today?
Yeah.
In your car or on a motorcycle?
I was gonna try to ride in my squad car, but they said they were gonna go too fast.
Too fast?
Yeah.
You don't like to go fast?
No.
No.
No. But my trainer, he's got a motorcycle. He might go fast.
Yeah.
He'll have a good time.
So, well, you got some lights on this car.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love your little car here.
Yeah, you know what? I got everything but cup holders.
Everything but cup. Well, you don't
everything
need
but cup holders, and they won't give me any cup holders.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I got emergency lights. I got my emergency strobes. I got headlights. I got wigwags out in front. I got sirens. I got this siren. See, this is a loud siren.
This is a loud siren.
Yeah, and then I got this siren. I like my sirens.
You do like your sirens, don't you?
I get to go real fast when I get my sirens on. And you know what else?
What?
I don't have to stop it. I don't have to stop at stoplights either.
You don't.
I like that.
I like that.
Well, we're here at the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride, and I think everybody recognizes our primary sponsor, and that's Leidendorf Law. Dan, you're kind of a different face. A lot of times Mark is out here doing these, or Julie, or Brenda, and you know, that's one thing I love about your office is all you guys get involved in so many different rides. What brought you out to this particular ride?
Well, I have a special connection with law enforcement in particular. I used to be a deputy prosecutor, and so I have a lot of law enforcement friends, and one of my friends asked me if we would be involved in this ride, and we said absolutely. You know, we recognize our commitment to the community by giving back. And so we sponsor a lot of memorial rides, as you mentioned, charity rides, what have you, throughout the year, and it's a good cause.
Well, and that's what I love about it. It's one thing to see a commercial on TV when somebody says this or that, but you know, you guys are out in the public all the time. You guys are at the rides all the time. Anybody that watches the Steel Horse Thunder Show knows that you guys are our chief sponsor, and that without you guys, this show would never have been able to come back on the air, or it would have been done without you guys. And you know, I've always been very grateful to the law office of Leidendorf Law, but not only for your financial commitment, but the friendship. And you guys have truly become our friends, and it's nice to have you guys on our side.
Well, thank you. And you know, I think what probably sums it up best is our motto is Leidendorf Law, like family because we are. And that's not just our staff, but this big community of family that we unfortunately so often have to represent in injury cases. And so it's just our obligation giving back to the community.
Bill Smith. All right, we use aliases around here. We don't mind. You can say whatever you want. I'm John Doe. You can be Bill Smith, so that's cool.
My social security number will prove it.
All right, well, what made you come out of all the rides to go on this weekend? A lot of rides this weekend. What made you choose this one?
Well, Southside puts on great rides, and it's for a good cause. The police don't get the just due that they deserve, and I think it's time that us Americans let them know that we're behind them.
You know, how cool is that? That if you do this ride, you can turn around and come back in December and actually take one of the kids shopping. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Exactly. And we had one of our bigger sponsors come this last year for Christmas, and she said it was the first time anybody had ever invited her to participate where the money goes that she gives. And it meant a whole lot to her. And we've had several sponsors say that. And we even bring the parents up with the kids. Other events, they just pick up the kids and take them. We encourage the parents to come also. It lets the kids feel at more at ease with a police officer in a uniform, and if they've never met the police, it puts them at ease a little bit.
I just want to know which one of you guys are the scariest, if you're in green or if you're in blue. But you got a dog on yours, so I know I don't want to mess with you either. So
I guess it determines what time of night you see us, or early morning, I guess.
What exactly is this vehicle right here?
This is the manufacturer's Lenco. It's an armored truck. All it is like an F-550 that's been wrapped in a whole steel body. It can withstand very high caliber rounds. They're used a lot for high protection details, and they were adapted for SWAT tactics in the police world because they can protect personnel inside the vehicle and everything.
Right on. Now the important question, does it have air conditioning?
It does.
Okay.
Means the windows don't roll down.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I guess it would have to have air conditioning, wouldn't it?
It'd be rough without it.
So we're here at Southside Harley-Davidson, and we are going to ride with you guys. Where are we riding to?
The Indiana State Fairgrounds.
And what are we going to do while we're there?
We're going to parade the track before the motorcycle races start.
Now, is this a tradition for you guys to do that?
It used to be, and it just got restarted last year. but we're hoping to continue for many years.
And how many of you usually do the parade at the track?
I don't know what last year's amount was, but I think we've already outnumbered last year's amount.
Very cool.
You know what I love about these rides is, you know, we get to come out to so many of them, and just getting to meet different people, you know, and that's what I like. You know, we just got talking, and it's like, you know what, we made friends.
You can find more good people at a Harley ride, any bike you ride. They're good down-home people, great to talk to, all kinds of experience that you hear about, and it's the best thing to do on a Saturday is a bike ride.
You know, exactly. And when you're not riding the motorcycle, what better thing to do than to talk about different motorcycle rides that we've been on, you know, and even the bad ones, the rains and the stuff, you know, we talk about those too. So, I mean, it's just, I guess when it's all said and done, it's all good.
It's all good, and God's shining on us today. We know what last week was like, all rain, and I was hoping to get my bike out today, and what a beautiful day to get my bike out, and what a good cause to be riding it on.
Bad things happen to good people. That's the difficult part of our job. Our firm works with great people during very tough times. Because of that, your compensation is our first priority. No one can prepare for the aftermath of an accident, but the insurance company is prepared to give you the bare minimum. That's why you need legal guidance, to give you a voice and get you the money you deserve. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, we got a brand new sponsor on board with Steel Horse Thunder. You've heard of Renegade Classics? Well, we now have one here in Indianapolis. I'm here with Vince, the owner of the shop. Vince, what can people find here when they come in?
Well, we want to try to fill all your biker needs at outlet prices. We've got t-shirts, leathers, 26 different kinds of jackets and vests for men's and women's. We have a very large ladies section we're very proud of, plus our bargain t-shirts, Dickie work shirts, rain gear, accessories for your motorcycle, hopefully everything you need.
Right on. And what do we have to, I know you got some more stuff coming in. You guys are just opening up, so.
I do.
What else you got coming in?
We hope to have a very large selection of karaoke gear here for you to pick up and not have to wait and order. I want everything to be on demand, you know, no waiting. We've got a large selection of boots, and that's still growing. Our helmet section, I'm pretty proud of, but we have more vendors coming in on that too, so.
Hey, they got everything you need here. They have ample motorcycle parking, and they have a seamstress on board to do all your custom embroidery or whatever else you need for your leather. Vince, where can we find you?
We're at 9546 Allisonville Road on the southwest corner of 96 and Allisonville, right next to Kip's Pub.
Tell them Steel Horse sent you.
Teresa, you just got a bike. Well, you've probably had it a while, but it's new for me to see. Tell me about this bike.
Well, it's a CTX 700. It's made by Honda.
It's a beautiful bike, and it's light. I sat on it, and it's pretty darn nice.
Yeah, it's very light, keeps cool. It's just what I need now.
So how many bikes have you had?
You know, probably 30.
You've had a lot.
all kinds, Harleys, and we've been through them all.
So what made you pick this bike?
Because I'm getting older, and I wanted a lighter bike, something easy on the highway, easy for me to back up, and it fits all of it.
And I noticed on the back of your bike it says Survivor's Wife. Can you tell me why it says that?
My husband is a 13-year breast cancer survivor, and I'm proud of the things that he had to go through. Any breast cancer survivor or breast cancer person has to go through, and I just want people to know I'm really proud of him.
And you should be. It's pretty amazing that he's a 13-year survivor and doing excellent, and you guys are still on your bikes riding, having a great time.
Yes, he's 68 and still going strong.
There's no way he's 68.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He sure is.
So do you guys have any long trips planned for this bike? I know you said you just got back from a trip, right?
Correct. We just got back from going out to Sturgis, South Dakota, and we did 4,000 miles in 10 days. So we made a big loop. We went to Nebraska, Wyoming, Iowa, you know, just Minnesota. So not Minnesota, I can't even think now, but just all the states. We just made a big loop.
So do you have any other trips planned?
Not big ones. We're done for the year with those big ones. We're going to go to Nashville, Tennessee in September, but that's about it.
I'm sure you're going to probably do the Tail of the Dragon, right?
Absolutely.
Will this be the first time on this bike that you've done
it? No, I've had this bike down there before.
So how long have you had this bike?
About a year and a half. I know that's a record for me, right?
It is. Definitely a record. Yeah. But it's a lovely bike. I love it. It's beautiful. And you said you put the lights on it, right?
Yes, I put the lights on my bike and on my husband's bike here.
Okay, but you're not like an electrician or anything, right?
Right. No, I'm not. I work in electronics, but I don't do lights, no. But I've put a few on the few bikes that we've had. So it was getting expensive having somebody else do it, so I had to learn.
Well, you did a good job, and you can see them, I mean, from the back, from the front, everywhere.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
Some people say true beauty comes from within. At Crambo's, we think beauty can be inside and out. Along with the best paint and body work in the state, Crambo's also offers all Harley motorcycle service work, from tune-ups to rebuilds, so make sure your bike looks as good as it runs and bring it on in to the only shop that treats your bike as good as we treat our own. Crambo's. We'll get you noticed.
All right, man, there's no better sound than that right there. Hearing all the bikes fire up, they're getting on the track, it's time to go racing.
I would like to present this trophy for long distance to Karen Mahaffey from Oklahoma. 777 miles to come and parade with us today. So let's give her a big hand.
Thank you.
So you came all this way just to go around the track on your bike, right?
Yes. I love to parade with the motormaids. It's such a neat feeling, and to carry the colors and honor the flag.
And so how many miles did you ride?
777.
And today is 7-11, so you're pretty lucky. I think you need to go to the casino or something and play, right?
Where can I buy a lottery ticket?
Exactly. It'd be nice to win $1 million, right?
Ooh, yes.
All right, Jared, we talked to you here last year, and you went on and became the national champ at the end of the season. What is it like now running with the #1 plate? I think this is your second time, correct?
Third time running the #1 plate. You know, I must say it's a little easier now running it versus with your first time. When you got the first time, you're younger, or at least I was younger, of course, and a little bit more pressure. But now I kind of know what we need to do, and I've done it for years. So it's just kind of going out there and going through the ritual, really.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're a fun guy to watch. I mean, I think I love flat tracking right now because there's quite a few of you guys that are all at the top of the field, and
you know, it's when you come out to a race, you never know who's going to win it because all you guys are such good riders. I know DuQuoin, you guys put on a heck of a show.
DuQuoin was probably the most fun I ever had yet racing a motorcycle. We had a blast dicing it up like that, and everybody I talked to said it was a phenomenal race, and it really was cool. We could get it on in the corners, you know, Indy, Sacramento, Springfield. You know, we get behind some of those Kawasaki's, you know, we go in the corner and they hold us up in the corner. DuQuoin, it's like, all right, you want to let off? We're going to go around you. You want to let off? We're going to go underneath you. So it was a lot of fun, and we could really get it on, and that was cool.
Hey, Kenny, I know you guys are getting your bikes all ready to go for the race. You are the reigning champ. You guys won this race last year. What's your strategy for this year?
Try to do the same. You know, it's our bikes are really good right now. We finally got them figured out this year, and you know, it's not over till it's over. But I'm going to go into it with high hopes, and hopefully win this thing. It's overcast right now, which is really good for the track, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited about it.
Well, we've had plenty of rain around here, so I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty solid track out there. You know, it's definitely not going to be dusty, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little dry out there now, but I'm sure they'll put a little water on it and some chloride and make it for a good race and go from there. You know, this track's unique. It's almost like a big half mile. So it's rider is probably more so than the bike here. So on most of the miles, it's you know, a little bit of both, but I would say here is more rider.
So your husband rides with you. You guys been riding a while, right?
Yeah, Jared and I have been racing against each other probably since we were 8 to 10 years old. You know, we'd meet, you know, once a year at the Amateur Grand Nationals and compete against each other for a week, and then we'd go back to our hometowns and race, you know, our normal every weekend stuff. Once we turned 15, 16, we started racing against each other more consistently on an every weekend basis because we were both at the professional ranks. And, you know, a lot of people think it's such a unique situation, and to us it's just a part of our everyday life. So it is neat, and we love what we do.
It is unique. You don't hear of that very often, husband and wife racing together. How is that to race? I mean, are you more proud of him? Are you proud of yourself? How do you feel when you're out there?
You know, at the racetrack, we kind of look at it as a business, and I'm here to do my job, and he's here to do his job. So, you know, when he's out there, I'm definitely watching if I'm not in the same race as him and cheering him on. But, you know, just for instance, last weekend, I had first pick ahead of him, and he's like, hey, don't pick the outside. I want the outside. I got to get a good start. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, if I get the outside, I'm going to take the outside. So, you know, we're very competitive, and I think it keeps us honest with each other. You know, we're competitive on and off the racetrack, and he definitely pushes me to be the best that I can be during the week. So it's a win-win situation.
Pete, I was walking by here. I saw Vet Motorsports. Can you explain what that is to me?
We're losing 22 veterans a day to suicide. So what Vet Motorsports does is we take injured warfighters from Afghanistan, Iraq, Operation New Dawn, injured warfighters from post 9/11, and place them in the motorsports teams as part of basically a recovery process. So we're here today with Triumph North America, Bonneville Performance, Castrol Moto, and placing 2 local veterans into the team for hands-on time with the motorcycles and to kind of work through the recovery process.
How cool is that? How were you able to get something like that started?
I used to race AMA Pro in the Vance Hines Harley class over at the Speedway, and we had this concept and this idea to try it, and it worked real well. And then after I got injured, we realized that the concept was worth pursuing after I stopped racing. And so from that point on, we founded a 501c3 nonprofit, and all the proceeds that we generate go towards facilitating this kind of environment at no cost to the veteran and their caregiver.
Well, Pete, I think it's a great idea. If you want more information about this, vetmotorsports.org, and you can find out all you want about this. It's a great cause, man. Get involved. Now this is flat track racing at its best right here. What brings you out to the races?
Ken Maynard, buddy of mine's racing.
Right on, right on. What?
13.
Well, we can root for 13. What about you being quiet over here?
I just love racing of any kind.
What is it that you like so much about these races?
Oh man, it's awesome. You just hanging out in the corners, never let off the gas.
Never.
Elbow to elbow all night long.
I bet you'd like to be out there racing, wouldn't you?
This is what my dad wanted me to do. He didn't want me to do motocross. He wanted me to do this.
But you've never done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
At Raceway Park years ago when I was about that old.
So that's what brings you out here today, right?
Oh, yeah. Love it. Love it. And I
You
got
gotta
some free
love it.
tickets, too. It was awesome.
Well, Brad, some people, I've heard people say, you know, I had a good weekend. But dude, you took it to a whole new level. You've had a really good weekend.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I've always been kind of humble on my weekends, you know, like people say, how was your weekend? And instead of getting all in the detail, I say, hey, I had a great weekend, but they don't really realize how great it is unless you got into detail. But no, you're definitely right, man. It's been an awesome weekend. Couldn't have gone too much better. You know, we set pole on the main event and had a great race with Brian Smith, national number 42, and other Harley rider, Jared Mees, national number 1. So we ended up coming away with the win right there at the end, and it was a pretty mind-boggling race just with all the restarts and keeping all your thoughts together and whatnot. So it was really exciting, and it was cool to get my first ever mile GNC 1 main event win.
Well, the night has fallen. Everybody's gone home. The racing's over. So as you can tell, that's going to do it for us this week on Steel Horse Thunder.
It has been an amazing day. Started early, ended late, but it was a great race today.
Had a lot of fun. And remember, it's not what you ride.
It's that you ride.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Wyatt,
Wyatt.
I am rolling.
We're at Southside Harley-Davidson for the Trooper Bartram Memorial Ride.
Try her again. Let's do it all in one shot.
Yeah, well, we're at Southside Harley-Davidson for the Trooper Bartram.
Well, as you can tell,
Police photographer's here too. Hi dear. Hey, you're gonna give me a headache if you keep passing me on the head.
we're here.
Raising money for charity.
We had a chance to stop in at Southside Harley-Davidson for the Trooper Bartram. We just got rained on.